Stars. Hey.
Bet ilichomeka the other.
Yo. I don't even know.
Yeah, for starters, I think the first goal by Gabon was a mistake. The cross that was cross, then the right back failed to clear it out.
The centre back.
Aye. That was a bad one. Hey. But I think I also think that the goalkeeper might have maybe tried to sit on the post, sit back at the post. It maybe would have closed the gap for.
If you sit, the striker comes towards you.
Oh, you'll obviously try to.
If you stay on the post, and the striker has gotten the ball, so he'll walk until where you are. True, you have to narrow the gap, so you come out. So, but when you come out, the guy picks his spot.
True, but in the first half of the game, I thought we were okay because when we got the goal, we were kind of, as much as Gabon were really trying to play the game, we were kind of okay. But going into the second half, we were nowhere to be seen. Especially when we considered the first goal, I just thought in my mind that a goal is coming. Tunaenda kufungwa. Then the first thing that came to my mind was our predictions. When you guys said 4 points, that I remember saying 3 points. It was coming. I just thought that Gabon controlled the game in the second period and we were nowhere near our best. And as much as we have injuries and we didn't have our first 11 players, the drop off I think was too much. It was like maybe a 50% or 60% drop off from where we should be.
Starboy, you are. We are introducing you into Harambee Stars.
No.
Like we are letting you know how it feels.
Let me be the last. But just an update on Estia Kide. She wasn't called.
I asked now.
Unfortunately, she wasn't called.
I sort of thought she wouldn't be called. That's why I asked whether she's on the squad. That's why I asked, because I thought she wasn't great in the last game.
Yes.
I thought so. Like given her stature in the team and standing and experience, I thought. Yeah. So I wasn't. That's why I asked whether she's been called. But okay. All right. So Starboy wants to go last. Chep.
Yeah, I think it's the hope that kills. Let me just start from there. Because I think it's when we were watching the friendlies, unajua it gives you some hope. Cause especially that Qatari game away. Because I think for me, for the first time, I could see Harambee Stars playing football. You can see the formation, you can see, mpira iko kwa carpet. For me, that stood out. And I thought from there, it would get better. So now for this game, it was now the total opposite. Mpira ilikuwa tu kwa hewa. I don't know, the last... I think we couldn't play the ball. For some reason, we just couldn't play the ball. It was all over the place. We looked very, very uncomfortable. I think even the first goal by Mosoud, that one was more or less the goalkeeper's fault than him. Because the goalkeeper came out. I think he wanted to catch the ball, missed it. And then Mosoud just directed the ball to the goal. So it was more to that. In the first half, we were okay. It was manageable. I think in the second half now we capitulated. We couldn't contain. Probably we couldn't manage. Tuseme tu tuchukue hiyo bao moja to pack bus. We find a way to just maintain. The substitutions didn't help as well. So
Pole sana. I'm here to give commiserations to people who are only following Harambee Stars seriously now.
Tuweke kwa lungs.
Bas.
So me I'm trying kutoa kwa roho, kuteremsha kwa lungs. I'm in that process of
you're in the process of acceptance.
Yes, of taking it to the lungs.
And I feel as if I still fit that bill because on Sunday we were so optimistic about their performances given how they had played in away games. And this was another away game, and we thought that playing 2 away games to start off is going to help.
Yes.
But then, first of all, I had issues even watching the game, so that was bad on my side that I had to look for links to watch the game.
Yeah.
If
I can add that, yes, it would be helpful if we could easily watch our games.
Yes.
Whoever needs to do something. It would be helpful if you do not have to have a link that then expires or is removed 5 minutes in and then you look for another one. It would really help because it makes it very hard. You're trying to watch it on your phone and it buffers and then that one goes away.
The quality is low.
It would really help. Yeah, and then one had funny commentary and then you get another one. Yeah. Not nice. Anyway, go on, Sammy.
Yes, we actually blocked on FIFA Plus. But I can sell a secret. You can all try to change the VPN, and you'll watch the games in high quality and good commentary.
Yes.
I didn't expect such a performance from them. By you guys who've watched Harambee Stars for long and expected that when the bright lights are going to shine bright, you're not going to have a good performance. I expected us to continue the same vein of form that we had against Russia, against Qatar. So the first half, I agree with you. It was kind of Kenya had the energy in the first half, but even by that goal, the only chance they created was the Olunga header from Rooney Odhiambo's cross that was saved. And then the second half, everything just collapsed. And for me, the main concern was we didn't look like a team. Many times I've been talking about Manchester United not having a pattern. That was the same thing I was watching in that game. You could even have a player, Dukabuya, moving with the ball and then leaving it behind. You didn't see any kind of consistent pattern, even with Kenneth Muguna, the guy that we expect him to be the creative guy in the team. It's been far long that he has had subpar performances, and no questions has been raised about his performance. He didn't have a good game. Your substitutions that you talk about, Fira didn't read the game. You brought in the substitution so late, and when you look at the players that you're bringing in Daniel Sakari, I don't know how he's going to change the trajectory of that game. And for us, looking back, Russia scored in the 89th minute in the last friendly that we had. We just had to switch off again in this game, consider 88th minute. And as I said, Kanga was in so much space when he scored that goal. I don't know why we all decided to drop back, all of us creating a wall. Only one player was upfield when he scored. So disastrous performance. And Ted, you mentioned it, Patrick Matasi again with that. He stayed in his goal for so long, and he considered that goal. And Johnson
Which
Omura,
one? The first one or the second one?
The first one when Omura missed the header, I felt as if Matasi somehow delayed staying in his area.
Because he didn't think the guy was going to. The guy was supposed to head the ball back.
Yes.
The man, I don't know what he did with the ball, whether he
Omura.
headed it or he missed it. I am not
He
sure
missed
what
it,
happened.
yeah.
So Matasi was waiting, and then to be honest, and I have had many games where I have blamed Matasi.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones where I just watched it and I was like,
Could it have made his body bigger?
nah, nothing.
Couldn't.
Nothing. The guy is been put through on goal. Like you please go.
Yeah.
Please
There's
try.
nothing much he could have
Yes.
done.
Yeah, but
to be honest.
it's one of the there's one he got away with, and I actually tweeted. I said Matasi's got away with that one. Ball was shot and then he slipped or he punched.
Yeah.
He had
Because
his
he had
moments.
the line by
Yeah,
foot.
exactly. He had that moment, but it's one of the few times when I'm like, no, Matasi was okay. We tulimpeana in other corners.
Okay, so that one is off the line. The other
Yes.
ones were those then individual errors. Now that one.
No, those ones didn't cost us. Let's not count the ones that didn't cost us.
Omura.
No, I'm saying for Matasi, the other errors he made, they didn't cost us, so
those
we are
ones,
fine.
yeah.
Yes, but Omurwa now.
Yeah.
Yes. And adding on to that, I don't think Amos Nondi should be playing as a right back.
Yes.
Amos Nondi is not even a right back.
Yes,
Yes,
he's not.
then they're playing
But
as
he
right
plays okay, you guys are the experts of Kenyan football. Where does he play in Europe? Does he play right back?
No, he plays in as a midfielder then in Europe. And that should be his position.
And then
But
I have a
now
question.
you have the conundrum with Rooney Odhiambo. Now Rooney Odhiambo comes in and he plays so well against Russia up front, and so you have to use him as a wing and then
No.
slot back on
Rooney
the other
Onyango should just
He should
play
play
in
as a
his
right back.
position.
What is his
Right.
position?
side. He's a right back.
He's a right back. Amos Nondi is a midfielder. Can
Yes.
play as an 8.
I
can
know
play as a 10.
he's tiny. I don't think he can play as a 10, and
For
he's
Harambee
tiny.
Stars, yes, I think he can.
No, even for Harambee Stars, no. You guys, Bwana. You guys, size man. Guys.
We totally
International
understand.
football does not take people who are Chep's size.
We totally understand.
And
that.
no offense to Chep. He is pretty. But Nondi and Chep, in fact, Chep might be taller.
So
No. He's could be the same height. He's not that short. He's not that short.
Guys, international football likes.
Yeah, but
he
what he doesn't have in height, he can compensate with his technique. Because with the ball on his foot, he is very good. That I totally agree. I've watched him when he was at Gormaya. I've played against him. He's very good. Now, wow. Now,
Yes.
And you just threw it in
now back to our national team.
Yes.
Back to our national team. I don't think we should be surprised. I don't know why people are surprised.
given the vein of form we
Never be surprised with the Harambee
you
Stars.
weren't
the vein
Why
of
are
form
you
we had
surprised?
had reason.
Why are you angry?
I'm not angry.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm surprised. I'm
Wha-
surprised
that's the
that
thing.
we fumbled in the bright lights.
Let me ask you,
Yes.
against Russia,
Yeah.
what kind of goals did you score? Weren't they mistakes?
Yeah, okay. You could term
Questionable
them as
mistakes
You
from
could,
Russia?
You could term them as mistakes, but I would term them as bravery from our side.
I wouldn't
taking
call that
advantage of the
bravery.
situation.
Burst from midfield and he comes in and,
I wouldn't.
and
I, would,
dispossesses
I,
the
would,
guy and
I
scores.
wouldn't say, because that guy was just like a daisical in the defense.
Well, you could paint it that way. If you
Right
want.
now, let's continue with this conversation. In 2021, Harambee Stars beat Togo in their last AFCON qualifiers match, and that was away. That was our first away win in a qualifiers in 19 years.
It was like since 2002 or something.
There
2002 when we beat Cape Verde 1-0, goal scored by John Baraza.
Thank you. 19 years. So when it comes to Harambee Stars away from home,
We don't
don't
travel
have any hope. Don't have any hope.
Okay, I hear you.
When it comes to Harambee Stars, how many times have you seen, even in the past, let's say 2 years or so, goals being scored towards the last 10 minutes of the game, last 15 minutes? Remove Omurua, put in Okumu. Remove him, put in Mandela. Remove him, put in Musa Mohammed. These mistakes are AFCON 2019 against Senegal. Wasn't a similar goal like the one that was scored against Ninin? Against Gabon. Was it scored against Senegal? Is there anything new about Harambee Stars? No. It's the same old Harambee Stars. And I cheat you not. Wokabi will start talking here about Harambee Stars, and he's going to say the same thing ever since he became a journalist in 2002 up till now.
We have
This is
had
our
moments.
problem.
Now, to be fair to Harambee Stars, we have had moments when we have been good. 2002, 21 years ago, Ghost Mule guided us to our first AFCON since 92. We were decent. We could play. We had a solid team. We found our way. We won all our home games. Dennis Oliechu, the 85th minute winner versus Cape Verde at Kasarani, July 5. Went to AFCON in 2004. Fantastic run of team. Then after that, we boiled off. And then 2008 under Francis Kimanzi, maybe the best Harambee Stars since then I have seen play. Kimanzi again got us to the final round of World Cup qualifiers. Again, we were solid at home. We went away from home, lost to Namibia, but found a way to draw with Zim. 0-0. Again, composed, we found a way. But other than those two, you then have to struggle a little bit. I don't count 2019 AFCON because I think we got in through the back door. And we were only lucky that the team that was dominating got kicked out by FIFA or CAF. Delete what's appropriate. So we've had moments, but they are far and few. Before then, of course, if you go to the 80s, here's the weirdest thing. 88 and 90 and 92, we went to AFCON each time. Do you know how many teams were going to AFCON in 88 and 90? 8.
8 teams.
Yeah.
And we found a way to go through. 88, 90, and 92. Like when the teams were way less, we used to. So obviously we had some good thing going.
Yeah.
But the last 15 years, and I'm with Elijah. Why is anyone surprised? You knew this is going to happen. You even when it's going on, you are watching it, and the back of your head, you're like, something is going to go wrong, because it always goes wrong. So it's going to happen. Now, you're asking why this happens.
Yeah.
Currently, why it's happening, it's several factors. Factor number one, our quality is not good enough. Let's be honest, guys. Our quality of our Harambee Stars now cannot touch the quality Kimanzi had in 09, cannot touch what Ghost had in 03, 04, 02, 03, 04. It cannot touch. The quality is not the same. And it's not just Harambee Stars, it's Harambee Stars, it's all our football. What is there in our league?
It's a reflection of...
Yes, what is there in our nationwide? What is there all the way to Aldrin Kibet? What is there? What are we seeing? What is this we see that makes us believe? Sammy's hope that we are doing well because we've been playing away and we were okay. What is that? You cover football every day. Sammy and Elijah, you're the guys who are in the field every Saturday and Sunday. Who is the current star of KPL? Who is that one player you have seen and you went like, we have a gem? Tell me.
Stanley Wilson from Sharks.
No,
Tell me.
the one person who I wouldn't say is a gem, but is playing well is Rooney Onyango, and that's a right back.
And it's and he is not in the level of. Go back to give you examples. Crouch played for half a season for Chemelil, and we all like, we like that boy, and he's now in France. He's not the level of the engineer. Olunga showed up, and we were like, there's something. He's not the level of Blackberry. There's something. When is the last time we saw a player we were all excited? Guys, I was there when Oliet showed up. Des showed up like this. AFC versus Mathare, Moi Golden Cup. I think it must have been at Nyayo. I could be wrong. It's many years ago. Dennis came on as a sub, scored twice. AFC wakakata game ishe. Like, you just see him. Like, Dennis, when you saw Dennis play, when you saw him touch the ball, you were like, yo, there's something there. When you saw Berry, when you saw Blackberry, you were like, no. There's something good happening here.
Yeah.
Top
player.
When you look at and he didn't even achieve the heights he should have. Even Alan Wanga, you could, you're like, nice. You know. Yeah, you can see there's talent there. Alan Wanga played in KPL for 1 year. One. 22, was it 22 or 25 goals? One.
It was 07, eh?
Yes, out into Angola, gone. Who is that we are seeing today? You guys watch this all the time. Who?
I believe there is something with Stanley Wilson from Sharks. No, he got a call-up, but he couldn't make the final cut.
The fact that he doesn't make the final cut tells you something.
That tells you everything.
Until you produce these players. Everyone gives the example of 97 when Fabish changed the whole team. He got players Tom Ogweno, Eric Ochieng, John Baresio Diambo, Musa's brother Eric Omondi. He changed the whole team. He got those guys from Div 1. They weren't even in the Premier League, most of them. And the ones who were in the Premier League were playing for Reunion and Raleigh. Kina Ken Simiu the late, Nzoia. But the quality of those boys was way higher. Those boys took the Super Eagles, the dream team of 96 Olympics.
Yeah.
They pushed them to the end. They beat Gabon in Nairobi. They drew with Cameroon. They could play because our overall quality was good. Now, what we are seeing now is a reflection of our football in the last 10 years as a country. Our football has been messy. It hasn't been as good as it should be. I don't think we are producing enough. So that's one of the problems. And then, of course, they were missing many players. And Teddy was right. They were missing Marcelo. They were missing Okumu. They were missing Anyembe, who has only been here once, but now he's important. And also, there are some positions in this country we have struggled for dog years. When was the last time we had a good right back?
You always say of Modo, right?
Anthony Kimani, who wasn't a right back, a centre back, but played right back.
Yeah.
Situma.
Yeah, again, centre back or DM who played right back. So again, we seem to struggle with that. We are struggling with goalkeepers, guys.
Terribly.
Yeah.
And do you know one of the reasons we are struggling with goalkeepers? And I'm going to say it.
Maisa, right?
Maisa isn't producing how it used to produce. Most of our good goalkeepers of the last decade, the last 15 years, have been Maisa driven. Whether it's Boni, whether it's Arnold, whether it's Danko, whether it's Saruni, whether... That side, when was the last time you had a goalkeeper from Maisa? Tells you the last time you had a good goalkeeper.
Who is that? Origi?
Yeah, it might be Origi, because Mboya never quite got there.
Yeah, Mboya wasn't top level.
So I feel like that's one of our problems. The quality is not good enough. That's one. Of course, the other one, and it's also a big one. Now that you don't have the quality, how do you navigate? How do you box clever?
Yes.
Because you obviously can't go toe-to-toe with Senegal and with Ivory Coast.
And clearly with Gabon.
And with Gabon, of course, you can't. So how do you box clever?
Yeah.
You become compact. You make sure your teams are it's tight and nothing is happening. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. You do what Kimanzi used to do. 4-5-1. Dennis plays on the left. Kevin Ochieng plays on the right. Alan Wanga plays up top. Tito is in there. Austin Makacha is in there. We are compact. Then at the back, you've got Edgar Fighter and you've got Weiss. Edgar and Fight. You've got Njoro from Sofapaka. And on the right, you have Modo. And in goal, you have Arnold Origi. Compact. Then you say compact. So when you take a lead for one goal, you block everything and get a point or get a win.
Yeah.
Did we look like we boxed
lacked
clever
that, we did
in Franceville?
And that's
No,
the biggest
so
challenge.
that
Okay.
leads you to
Yeah,
another
that's
question,
the
right?
issue.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I said.
for sure.
Yeah, we were
For sure.
We were enumerating this, so we said maybe the quality is not very good now
Yeah.
because of our home issues.
Yeah, and
maybe
we do
our
accept.
coach is not great, and like someone has tweeted, and they're like, and then we have and Kwalimu spoke about this on Sport on yesterday. We have so many things around the team. You know, we always have intrigues. Is it selection? Is it what? Is it who's in there? We have intrigues all over our team every single day. Kenyan football has intrigues about the team. And the other one, before I forget it, all these other teams in the world have got players who are of their descent. You know, Senegal. Guys, for all of Senegal's successes, all their players are French. They all come from France. Yeah. For all Morocco's success at the World Cup, in Morocco. Just fungua tu hivi kitabu alafu anze kuangalia alizaliwa wapi, alifanya nini uone. Unaona? So, mbona Kenya hatunanga hao watu?
And that is the other huge point. We've talked about we don't us lacking proper quality. Yes, we do not have quality. You've talked about the coach. We do not have a good coach. Let's be honest. Yes, Sammy, we do not have a good coach. Sebastian Minye, when he came here, he was pragmatic. I hated the way we played, but he was pragmatic. He looked at the team. He saw that we didn't have quality. And so what do? We keep it compact. Away from home, compact, attack on the break. When we come here, that's when we punish them because we have our fans here. Maybe the reason why we beat Qatar, by the way, is because of the fans in Qatar. Kenyans are many and they were...
Yeah, there were many.
Yeah.
I won't dispute. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to players who were not, for example, didn't play in the KPL, were not born in Kenya, but have Kenyan descent, we do not consider them. We call Klakodur to come. We don't give him a chance. Really? The first time he was given a chance was under Kimanzi. He came on as a sub.
Is it the one he was subbed on, then subbed off?
Then subbed off.
Yes,
Klakodur.
Yeah, he did get a chance.
He hasn't gotten a good chance.
Yeah, against South Sudan.
I mean, against, and then you call him against South Sudan.
Yes.
You put him on, then you hook him off.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, there was an explanation to it, of which...
There's nothing like an explanation. Bro, if I do that to you, I'm killing your confidence.
Yeah.
And that's not the only thing. So you call this Scriven. Then you don't give him a chance. Not even once. It's twice, thrice.
He came on in the 90th minute.
Yeah, he came in as a...
We have players in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, even Kibunguchi didn't get a chance.
Yeah. So why are we calling it them? Why?
Yeah.
So in the friendlies, you didn't call them. Then now, when we were starting the qualifiers, I expected to see names that we have all been seeing across the board when it came to the friendlies.
Yeah, the consistency.
The consistency.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
Yeah.
So you're asking yourself, okay, so are we still trying to find a first 11, trial and error here and there? It shouldn't be like that in the national team. He was given how many international breaks?
He has probably had the most number of friendlies any coach has ever had when I have covered Harambee Stars. Like just friendlies. He has had the most. FKF have given him that side. You've got to give it to them. Yeah. He has had games to prepare. He has had enough games to prepare. He cannot sit back and say, oh, but no. This is not the days when the coach Ghost had to use his credit card with Musa in Cape Verde so that the team can find a way and go play the game. This is not those days. So that has been there. Now, when he speaks, he's wonderful to listen to. I know he's a bit patronizing, but he's wonderful to listen to because he explains all these things. The theory works a charm. Now, I want the theory to transfer to practical. Yeah. Now, we understand, now that we are here, we are terrible, we don't have this, Omala doesn't have this, Chep doesn't have this, Teddy has this. Now that we are here, how do we make the best